How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Gundam card game video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today, we are finally featuring a clan deck tech here on the channel. I really haven't done one up until now, other than the, deck list that I featured in the several compilation videos that we've done. But I figured now's a good time to just talk about clan. Clan's a really, really interesting archetype because it has a lot of gas to it, right? It has suppression, it has high maneuver, it has breach, it has a lot of these really good core mechanics. But at the end of the day, it still remains kind of like this mid-tier deck. Is it bad? No, I don't think it's a bad deck. Is it the best deck in the game? No, I don't think it's the best deck in the game either. It's somewhere, somewhere in between. But I do think it is really fun and really solid and a really affordable deck that you can build just by smashing the starter decks together, adding some extra cards from set 2 and set 3, and you have a really competent deck that you can bring to your locals. So we're going to talk about that in today's video. If you kind of want to know what type of deck it plays like, it's like a mid-rangey style deck. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hype the video if you can. But let's go ahead and jump down into our top down and talk about Clan for the Gundam card game. Let's do it. And of course, before we get started, a word from today's sponsor. It's me again, specifically redzonerogue.com, our merch store where you can get beautiful playmats such as these. This is part of our Project Red Zone Mecha series where we have, well, our own original characters in our own original world that incorporates mecha. This is Vaya Fleet Commander, and all of the art is drawn by TCG industry artists. No AI here. I'm a huge proponent of supporting real human artists, especially ones that I am big fans of, like Pinakes here. I'm just incredibly honored that I can work with him and that, well, he wants to work with me as well. So I'm getting in the weeds. Let's talk about Gundam. Let's talk about Clan. So yes, I have this in a Cardfight Vanguard Bushiroad deck box. These are the perfect deck boxes for the Gundam card game. I would like to see Gundam do more widely available deck boxes so I can have a bunch of Gundam themed deck boxes. Yo, let me know if I should do some deck boxes. Maybe we'll do some mecha themed deck boxes in the future. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this deck. I think it's really fun. As I mentioned, it's really cool. I'm a big fan of mid-range style strategies. There's a couple choices in here that I want to discuss that I think I could go either way on, and I think some people, yeah, or for them, or maybe less into them. As always, I like to kind of show off what we're doing with our EX base and EX resource, and you can see here they are both Gquex themed. We have De Murasame as well as this Gquex Gundam base World Tour Japanese promo. So yeah, excellent on these. Big fan of this stuff here. And then for our resources, we have all Machu resources. So we got all the Machu resources here. Very themed for Gquex here. So yeah, we got that going on. Even though there's the glare. I'm gonna peek Machu like that. Even then the glare is real bad. There we go. And then we have our tokens. We are running some stuff that generate tokens. We'll talk about that. I'm a little bit iffy on the token generating cards right now, so we'll talk about that when the time comes. For the actual deck, I, as always, like to break up the deck in terms of pilots. I make pilot piles. We have two main pilots here. We have Machu and we have Shuji. And we also have Shiko Sugai, which is a command pilot, but I'm going to count her for the pilot piles. We have a decent number of pilots in the deck, a decent chunk of units, and then everything else, which is just kind of nice. So we'll dive into everything here. So let's dive into the pilots first. We have Machu. She is our main pilot for the deck. A level 4 1 cost 2/1 bursts at a hand, and when you link it, you look at the top card of your deck, and if it's a clan card, so that's any type of clan card, it could be a unit obviously, but also a base or a pilot, you reveal it and add it to your hand, and return any remaining card at the bottom of the deck. So pretty good. We want to have a ton of clan cards to synergize with Machu here. And then we also have Shuji, another level 4 1-cost 1/2 pilot. Bursts add to hand during link on attack. If we have a clan unit in play, look at the top card of our deck and return it to the top or bottom of the deck. So we can kind of like smooth out some of our draw effects with Shuji, both Machus, but we also have the Schoolgirl and Smuggler as well, that we kind of make sure that we get hits, as well as one of the Gquexes as well. So Shuji is pretty good, and we have a lot of good links. By the way, these are all clan, and they're all new type. Clan is really, really relevant, as you would guess. And then finally, we have Shikosugai, which is Undying Persistence. I like this card a lot. So it's a level 4 1-cost command card. As the pilot, it's just +1/+1, clan and new type. But also, if you want to play it as an action, you can, on main, or play it as a command, on main or action, you can shoot an enemy unit for 1 damage. It's actually really solid. It's not obviously as good as something like a close combat, but that 1 damage can add up. Anyone who's played against any of like the ping style deck, no, they know how that 1 damage can add up. So this card's very versatile. We can link or we can ping. So I like Shiko quite a bit. And we have, she has a decent number of links in the deck. So now let's break it down by the pilots in their respective types. So we do have some that are specific to Shuji, Machu, as well as a few, and by a few I mean a lot of generic clan links. So let's get into it. So let's talk about the kind of like headliner of the deck, headliner of the Gquex series. It's the Gquex. So we have the Gquex Omega Saikamu. This is the level 8/7 drop from set 3. I think this is the best one. In fact, this is the one that you see splashed in a ton of other decks. A lot of red decks are running this, even if they don't have Machu, just because its effects are so good at closing out the game. So this is a 6/5. It links with either a Machu or Nian. Unfortunately, we're not running Nian in this version of the deck. I have a different deck for her, so if you'd like to see that deck, let me know. That one is more Xeon based. And this is a clan trait. It also has suppression, and on deploy, choose an enemy unit and deal 3 damage to it. Extremely powerful. Double damage to shields through suppression, and also we get to blast something for 3, which is a ton. And of course, we're actually running Machu in the deck, so we can get that link, and hopefully the card draw off of Machu and just smash in. Tons and tons of value. This card is fantastic. Running 3 of them in the deck, because it is a level 8 card, so we still need to survive long enough to get there. But yeah, this card is extremely good. We also have the, this is another Gquex Omega Saikamu. This one is the LR Plus version, but this one is the one from set 2. So this is the LR from set 2. This one is level 7 5-cost 5/4, links with Machu, and it says, on deploy, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and you can deploy a clan unit card that's level 4 or lower from among them, return the remainings randomly to the bottom of your deck. So we want to hit a level 4 clan or lower from this, and we get to play it for free, which is really good. This is a pretty solid card. We're only running 3 copies of this. I can see us going down to 2, but I still really like this version of the Gquex. And then finally, this is the starter deck Gquex. Different art, because this is the one from the Gundam Assemble. This is like the one that has like the promo art from the Gundam Assemble. So this is the level 5 3-cost 4/4, links with Machu, and then when you link it, if another friendly clan unit is in play, this also gets first strike during the turn. First strike is incredibly powerful, so linking it up with Machu and being able to attack for 6 first strike is just really good. So yeah, this is great. And so we have our full 9, we have the full 9 Gquex suite. If you're like trying to save Machu, usually it's best to use it early, as in like level 5 turn, on the starter deck Gquex, so you can get a nice first strike trade, or to do a nice finisher with the set 3 Gquex. I was gonna say Omega Saikamu, but they're all Omega Saikamu. So set 3 Gquex is a great finisher, while this one is a great like mid-game board control. For Shuji, we just have one that is specific to Shuji, and that is the Red Gundam. This one is the starter deck Red Gundam. We're running a full playset of this. So as you can see here, we're running a decent amount of like starter deck cards already. This one is a 4-3, links specifically with Shuji, that has Breach 1, and also on attack, choose 1 to 2 friendly clan units. They get +2 AP during this turn. Now, this is actually pretty good because everything we're running in the deck is clan, and we can also make some clan tokens. So we can actually pump up the tokens as well, which is a nice little effect of this and making the tokens very, very threatening. Also, having Breach 1 is great because I feel like there's 3 Breach numbers you really care about. It's Breach 1, 3, or 5. 5 just blows up almost any base, 3 blows up their EX base, and 1 is just enough to pop their shields, which is also very good. So, yeah, having Breach is really, really nice, and we have some more ways to get Breach as well. So that is the Red Gundam for Shuji specifically, and now we have a lot more Red Gundams and a lot more stuff. So every card in this pile, all 12 of these are all just clan generic links, which means we have 12 cards that link with all of our pilots, including Shiko Sugai, which means that she can, you know, very effectively pilot some of our units. And then you can just add the numbers up here. Machu links with so many cards, and even Shuji, you know, has a full like 16 here. So very good. Anyway, let's start talking about these. So first up, we have the new Set 3 Red Gundam, a level 4, 2-cost 2/4. Once again, links with any clan trait. And then on deploy, choose an active friendly clan unit and you rest it. If we do, you choose an enemy unit with 2 or less AP and you'll deal 2 damage to it. So this is pretty good at killing off like grunts and other small things, hitting those Lifriths, all that kind of good stuff. It's pretty nice, and the fact that we are running some tokens means we can actually rest the tokens and then get this effect. So it's a pretty nice and pretty efficient effect. We can deal some damage. There's a lot of just, you know, 2 AP or lower stuff just kind of running around these days. So this is a nice little board control card. It's not the best, but it's like pretty solid. We also just have Sugai's Gelgoog. It's just a level 3, 2-cost 3/3 that has a link with any clan trait. It's pretty solid, right? Good stats, good link. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not much else to say, but it does link with our whole squad. And then finally, we have this Red Gundam. Now, this one is the rare Red Gundam from Set 2. I have the plus version here. It's a level 5, 3-cost 4/4, and then during link, it gets high maneuver, and it links with all of our pilots. So that's really, really good. This is a great way to finish off the game, because we have 4 of these in the deck, and it's just a, you know, unblockable dude for the most part. As long as we can link it with literally any of our pilots, that's fantastic. And as you know, if you can count, we have 11 pilots here. So once again, really, really good. And as I mentioned at the top of this, we have a ton of really, really nice keywords. We have high maneuver, we have suppression, we have first strike, we have breach. We have a ton of units that have like really relevant keywords. The big weakness of this deck, right, is that some of the mid-level cards in terms of like, you know, level 2, 3, 4, like this kind of stuff is, I feel, just okay. It's like not the best in the game, but it's not the worst either. It's just like okay. And if you wanted to make this deck better, or if what we're looking for going forward in making this type of deck better is just better stuff in this area. These are not bad cards, but they could be better, of course. And I think this Red Gundam is also like, yeah, it's pretty good. Getting that, having a 4/4 with high maneuver is really solid. So that's kind of like one of the big strengths of the deck. We have so many different keywords and so much link potential and so much synergy. And then finally, our very last unit is a simple grunt. This is the Zaku 4 Snake Eyes Yeti from Gquex. It's just a grunt. Level 2, 1-cost 2/2. It's clan. That's it. We only care about this because it's clan and it's something we can play early, and we wanted to play some early stuff. I've been toying around with other like early drops, but I feel like this one is solid enough that it can kind of get the job done. So we can kind of go from our 2 into 3 into 4 is 5, and we just kind of like have this nice little mid game curve. As I mentioned, this is kind of a more mid-rangey deck, so it is the weakest in the early turns, but we can kind of like curve out and be pretty strong from there. Let's talk about the rest of the cards in the deck. So we are running Schoolgirl and Smuggler. This is our key draw card. It's a level 1, 1-cost command. On main, we look at the top 3 of our deck and we can reveal 1 clan unit or pilot card from among them and add them to our hand. Return the remaining cards randomly to the bottom of our deck. I want to note that our Sugai here, for the purposes of this card, she counts as a command and not as a unit or pilot. Specifically not as a pilot, obviously. So, once again, this counts as a command when it's like in the deck or in the trash or something like that. When a card like this is, you know, mentioning it, and it's not already like piloting something, it counts as a command. Which is kind of a bummer for this card, but I just wanted to point that out just in case you didn't know. But yeah, this is great. We have, obviously, a lot of clan stuff, so we get to basically just pick the best card from the top 3. But there are a few like non-hits, right? Specifically, this card and Undying Persistence, or Sugai. Those are the cards. Oh, actually, and the next card as well. So there's a handful of stuff we can't hit with this. So there's a little bit of luck factor to that, but I still really like this card. And then we also have one that I recently added, and I'm not sure I like it yet. So this is the big contentious one, is Mav Tactics. So this is a level 6 4-cost command. On main, you deploy they're both rested, by the way. I don't know why they're rested, man. You deploy a rested Gquex token and a rested Red Gundam token. So these are the tokens that I just kind of showed off before. We have the Gquex token, which is a 3/2, and then we have the Red Gundam token, which is a 2/3. So you get 5/5 worth of power and toughness across 2 cards for a cost of 4, which is like a pretty good cost, even if it is a high level. But this deck does have some things going for it that kind of makes you not want to play this as much, right? We have a bunch of cards that care specifically about clan stuff, like drawing clan stuff from the top. So we have Machu, we have the Schoolgirl and Smuggler, we have the Gquex that lets us play like a level 4 or lower clan card off the top of the deck. Well, this is not a clan card at all. It is just a command card. And so for that, it has like negative synergy with all of that stuff. Or rather, it doesn't have negative synergy, but it just doesn't synergize with all that stuff. And so by itself, it's like fine. You put 2 bodies out. And so if your opponent doesn't interact with them, you can actually have nice 2 attacks on the following turn. It also works really well with stuff like Red Gundam. So you can, you know, rest them and get the effects off of Red Gundam. So it does have some nice upside in the deck. But it's like 50-50 for me, so I'm unsure. I can definitely see you, if you're like a really big clan player, you might already know this. I play a ton of different Gundam decks, and clan is just one of them. So let me know what your thoughts are on Mav Tactics. I'm very iffy on it. I can see myself cutting this for just more general action here. There's a bunch of other cards we can pick here, or just even, you know, more copies of some of the stuff that we don't have full 4 ofs. But hey, I did get the nice, pretty alt art from the Gquex Gundam Assemble thing, and I got the token, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. And this is what I've been playing recently. So I'm like, yeah, I like it enough, but I don't know. I don't love it. I like it, but I don't love it. I guess that's the way to put it. And then finally for the base, I've kind of gone back and forth on bases for this, and I've just settled on just straight 4 of these. Like I've had 2 of the red one, and then 2 of these, but I'm like, you know what? I just like this one. I like this one. I think this one's sweet, especially with so many link potential in the deck. So let's talk about it. So this is a level 4 2 cost 0/5 base. Burst, deploy it, deploy shield to hand, and then once per turn, when a friendly clan unit links, it gains breach 3 this turn. Now remember, I said there's basically 3 good breach numbers. You breach 1, breach 3, and breach 5. Breach 3 is great because once again, it can actually take out those EX bases. And so if you are kind of in the mid game and you haven't dealt with your opponent's EX base yet, you can jam one of our dudes, link it up, and then get that nice breach 3 to finally take care of their EX base. And once again, this one cares about when we link, and we have 11 pilots and a ton of ways to link. So it's not very hard to actually get the breach on any of our dudes. Get that breach 3. That's also kind of why the breach 1 on here is like, it's pretty good that you just have it, but we have this card to basically give almost anything we have breach. It's another reason why I'm like kind of iffy on the Mav Tactics, because you can't link with any of those tokens, whereas we can basically link with every other card in our deck with the exception of the Zaku 4 Snake Eyes. I just call it Zaku 4 Eyes. I was about to call it that, and I had to, you know, take it back a little bit and call it the right thing. So I really like this base, and for a deck like this that just has a ton of link, I like it even more. And it's one of the reasons why I'm like, I'm still iffy on the Mav Tactics. So yeah, that's our Gquex deck. This is one that I've kind of also just been playing and iterating on ever since the starter decks came out. Obviously, it's one that I like enough that we got the nice little EX base and EX resources and the resource suite going. And it is also one that I'm going to continue to upgrade over time because I think it's fun, and I do like the Gquex series, especially since I'm a big fan of UC Gundam in general. I won't spoil anything, but Gquex's Wild Ride, I would highly recommend it. If you've seen a bunch of the UC stuff, especially the early stuff, I would recommend Gquex. If it's your very first Gundam show, maybe watch something else. Maybe go watch old Gundam, or go watch the original Gundam show, or there's a bunch of other ones. The Origin, but probably not Gquex first. But after you watch some other stuff, watch it. It's weird and cool. So that's going to be that. If you would like to see this full deck list, as always, I do have it in the description down below. Let me know what you think of our Gquex deck here. Let me know what you are playing in your Gquex deck. I know a lot of people really like this archetype, and so I imagine there's a lot of folks out there who have their own builds and their own opinions on this kind of stuff. This is kind of just what I have settled on. I know some people are running versions with Nian. I like Nian, but I feel that she works really well in a really well in a Xeon deck, but I could see builds with Nian in here. Maybe cut the Mav tactics, get the G-Fred in here, cut a couple other things, get Nian in here. I could see that. I could see that happening. So yeah, just let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I really appreciate you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, maybe hype the video if you can. Yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.